at you there.
Is it true?
It is true.
Chris Mannix here ringside as Nishant takes on Juan Medina.
Matt from Nishant, because again, I didn't see anything special in the first few fights. Maybe going to Houston, more focused environment, better sparring. He's been in the gym with some great world champions now.
A lot of it is what you said, the gloves. Smaller gloves, no headgear. You know, working on fights like this where you got guys that are being real rough on the inside. The ref stays out of professional boxing a lot more than it does in the amateurs. So to a degree, it's almost like a different sport.
And the big challenge there in Houston, maybe that will benefit him and kind of unlock some of that talent.
Like trips and falls right there. Says he's starting to feel more comfortable as a pro in those 10-ounce gloves. Chris Algieri, how hard is it, in your opinion, for someone who's a decorated amateur like this to make the switch to the pros and be successful?
You know, I didn't have an amateur background.
From being kind of a pitter-patter type of fighter. The pros, you stand a much better chance of being successful if you're sitting down on your punches more. And that's often the challenge we see from young fighters as they make the jump from the amateurs to the pros.
And Chris, a lot of times you see an amateur fighter and you'll hear that saying, hey, he's got a real pro style. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Well-timed overhand left there.
He kind of smothered his punches there after Medina looked a little hurt. When you're 6'1".
Medina's doing a good job of staying all the way out or being all the way in. You see him there push off with his elbow. He's got an awkward style. Does Campos.
A little off balance from Dev, too, in this fight.
Overhand left, but not a lot of pop from Medina, who does have 3 KOs in his 4 wins.
He's an awkward bruiser type. He's coming in with his head. Uppercuts would be a great weapon a little bit. Not as bad as the first round, but he can get a lot more power on those shots if he takes a half step back.
Good little body shot on the inside from Dev as Medina's throwing his own body shots. Trying to do something to... There's a nice, again, that chopping left hand. You were just mentioning it, Chris Algieri. Medina getting a little receive back with the left. That's the end of round 2.
Bro, is it hurting you? No. All right, listen up. You gotta stop trying to fight him on the outside and throwing singles. You understand?
Little jab there from Dev. His blood continues to come out of the nose of Medina.
Oh, good uppercut from Medina on the inside.
And then a long lead hand. I'd like to see him throw more jabs and fight behind that instead of leading with some of these power shots.
You know what it is with the jab. He needs to vary it. It's all the same speed. He needs to vary that jab.
That was your analogy that all he has to do is throw a flurry of punches. The referee's going to stop it. He doesn't even have to hurt it.
The old Joe Calzaghe style that I like. Joe Calzaghe's knockouts, a lot of them came through those flurries. You don't have to look for that one punch. And I know that, Nishant has landed some good shots, but you land a flurry against the hurt opponent, you give the referee enough time to step in and stop the fight.
Guys, stop backing up.
And I'm going to go back to the American comparison. He was another one. He would stop guys with flurries of shots with the hand speed.
Some would say Fabio Wardley beat Joe Parker in a similar fashion.
I wouldn't go that far.
Can Dev get him out of there? That's the question.
Campos Medina does look to be wilting under the pressure and the heavy shot.
Gonna say he needs to go back downstairs. And the referee taking a good look at Medina. I mean, how much abuse does he have to take? He lands one back there.
Let him go, Red. Let him go. Run.
And now you can see Medina, not necessarily, well, I was going to say looking for a way out. He's looking for a way to take Dev down.
Looking for a way to survive.
Yeah.
Eat up the clock.
The punches there on the inside. Just not getting any kind of extension on those shots. Like Chris has been saying, that little half step back, see if you can land something big.
Before, what he's doing up around was actually pushing Campos Medina back because he's beating him to the body so much that Campos Medina is having trouble holding his ground, breaking position whenever Dev pushes off.
And Medina trying to push the tempo a little bit. He's finding more success going forward than going backwards, that's for sure.
They slowed the momentum of Dev by doing this. I mean, this is the definition of survival mode now for Campos Medina. He's trying to hold on as long as he can. next day despite his last day.
The thing about a guy like Campos Medina, if he can make contact, he still thinks he's in the fight. If Dev got on the outside, got behind that jab, I think this fight would be over already.
Lean forward, just get inside on Dev, take the sting away from those punches. And occasionally land one of his own like he did there with that uppercut.
Campos showing a lot of grit. Still trying to land big shots here. Doubling up that right hand.
To get him out of there that he hasn't necessarily taken advantage of.
Now they exchange body punches.
For me, with the young fighters, it always goes back to the jab. You can make every fight a lot easier with that revive.
Watch your wheel. 10 seconds.
That will do it. Nishant Dev surely will get his 4th win. And Juan Carlos Campos Medina goes the distance for our opening bout of the night. Well, there was a very controversial decision earlier. Joshua Buatsi beating Zach Parker, Chris Mannix. Any chance that Juan Carlos Campos Medina gets the decision here?
I would say a 0% chance. Nishant Dev didn't get the stoppage. Certainly has some things to work on, but he should walk away with a pretty clear shutout decision.
Olympic silver medalist Ben Whitaker makes his matchroom debut as the electrifying Brit steps up in class, taking on Germany's hard-hitting Benjamin Gavazzi. That's Saturday, November 29th, live from the National Exhibition Center in Birmingham and globally on DAZN. We have a bronze Olympic medalist coming up later on tonight. Amari Jones from right here in Orlando. And I know you expected a lot from